Hey, how you doing?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so talk about technical difficulties. I digress.
Well, everything worked good on this end.
Oh Lord, clearly it did. I'm not used to child.
That's okay.
Huh. Please forgive me.
That's okay.
Okay. It's
Yes,
been a hell of a morning. It
I
wasn't supposed to be a hell
understand.
of a morning, but I thank you for joining. How are
Thank
you
you.
doing?
How am I doing?
Yes.
I'm doing great. I'm
Yeah.
here. I'm ready.
Look, you here already ready to scream and shout, and I'm sitting here trying to get myself together.
It's
Oh Lord.
okay. Get it
Oh my
together.
goodness. Huh?
Get it together, girl.
I am. I'm gonna get it together for the good of the group. How about that? Oh my gosh, so it's amazing to speak to you.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank
Yes.
you.
So I am here. So excuse my everything because I
Oh,
was supposed to have like this whole thing, and I thought I was supposed to start at 3, and then it was like 2 o'clock. So we're in Eastern Standard Time. So I was
yeah.
thinking, okay, at 3 instead 2 Central, but that's me.
Oh no, it said one central on the book.
Yeah, yeah. So that's me on me trying to figure
Yeah.
out the time and things. So I am Sincerely BB. I'm here on behalf of Women for the Culture again. We thank you for being our hidden treasure and hidden figure and
All of that.
oh my gosh. So I am like in awe of you right now. I need to go
Oh,
live.
that's
So I'm
so
gonna go
sweet.
live on Instagram too so everyone can see you as well.
Okay.
So I'm excited about speaking to you.
Well, I'm glad you're excited. That'll make a good interview.
Yes, yes, yes. Once I get it together, it's gonna be an awesome interview. How about that? The green light don't want to agree with me. You know how stuff functions,
I understand.
differently when you like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be doing this. It's hurry up and run. You know about
Take
that. I'm
your
prime
time.
military. So I
Take your
know.
time.
I'm
It
prime
ain't,
military,
yeah.
so I know about that hurry up and wait.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that. We gonna have to talk
Mhm.
about it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Look, once I can get it's all dark on my side. I
Once
can't
you get it together.
won't let me get it together. You know what? That's okay. Look,
That devil busy this morning, girl.
I'm a house full of boys, honey.
Oh my
So
goodness.
digress with me, okay?
I understand. I got
Woo,
one, but
child.
it feel like a house full.
Ooh, it is. Okay, I got an 18 and a 17. Look, that's what One for the Culture is about, okay? So, like,
Yeah, everything.
everything,
Oh,
okay?
I listen to your podcast.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So, I'm gonna go live on Women for the Culture while I
Okay.
am here with you. But I'm excited that you're actually here. I'm glad that people can see there are other hidden,
Exactly.
other hidden figures that are in NASA that
It's a lot. It's a lot.
we're gonna have to go down the list a little bit though. I mean, as much time as allotted on here, we're gonna have to go figure this out. Like I did not know, and you're gonna have to explain to me because after a lot of people, and then I'm gonna give you the floor so you can tell us about yourself.
Okay.
But having people seeing the movie Hidden Figures, we know about the historical 4 Black
Yeah.
women that helped NASA pretty much get to space,
Yeah.
but they need something in order to get there, right?
Mm-hmm.
They need the food and all those
All that.
necessities,
Yes,
right?
exactly. There's so many other careers besides being an astronaut or a rocket scientist.
But
There's so many other careers.
say it again. Throw that out there again. Say it again.
So it's so many more careers
So many.
with the space program besides being an astronaut or a rocket scientist.
Exactly. And I think people don't understand that it's so many things to it. So before I go any further, this is where Miss Sharon McDougle comes in, and she's going to tell you why she is One for the Culture's hidden figure. Go right ahead.
All right. My name is Sharon Caples McDougle, and I'm a hidden figure because I suited up the first Black woman to go into space, Dr. Macy Jemison. And before that, I made my own history with my own first before May came along. I was the first Black woman in my department as a suit technician in the crew escape equipment department. And then I became the first Black crew chief, male or female. And then I moved on to become manager of the whole department. And I did all of that without a college degree.
Mm. See, You got a lot of little figures going on over here for me today. Okay, I want to prepare for those little nuggets to be dropping.
Yes.
I'm sitting here like, wait a minute, I got a hidden figure, but what else do I got hidden with this figure right here?
Yeah.
So,
and she's an Air Force veteran too. Let's not forget that.
Yes, that's why I was like, you and I can communicate a little bit more because I'm an Army veteran. I did 7 years and you did 7, right?
Uh-huh. 7 years, girl. Did those 2 terms and got out.
Got out. You was like, I'm done. I don't want to play no more. Uncle Sam.
And it was like, perfect timing. It was perfect timing, girl.
You know what? You did perfect timing because a lot of people don't understand that, with the military, it takes a lot from your family and then it takes a lot from you as an individual. But you learned something from that makes you transpire to you being this first person. Like, that's very adamant. So tell us, you're the first person to, even though you're suiting up, Miss Jemison. Oh my goodness, I'm getting goosebumps. But, tell us what you suit her up with. Like, go give us more about
I'll tell you about it. Okay, the spacesuit is called the launch and entry suit. And later on, it became known as the advanced crew escape suit. So it's just what it says. That the crew needs to escape from the rocket. They wear the suit for extra protection of layer. Extra layer of protection, So what it is, the suit is a pressurized suit. Before it was partial pressure, which means it only pressurized on the lower extremities. And then it became a full pressure suit where it encased the whole body and not just squeezing on the lower extremities, like the G suit that they have to wear for when they come back into the Earth's atmosphere. So I'll walk you through a suit up, make it easier, which is what my book is about.
Yes, we're going to plug that book too now. It's Christmas.
Suit Up for Launch with Shay.
I see that.
Yes, right there.
I love it.
It's on Amazon. Go get your copy.
Go ahead. You're going to have a whole time plugging up in here, okay? Because it is.
The suit. This is actually.
Look, it's Small Business Saturday.
Yeah, this is a cutout of the real suit.
Nice.
I know it's hard to see the whole thing.
No, let me see if I can switch it to you. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, wait. No, we got to put it back together. I'm trying to see if we can switch to you. Uh-oh. I don't want to stick it.
The advanced crew escape suit, which is worn by all astronauts that flew aboard the space shuttle, no matter what country they came from, no matter who they are, they all have to wear this suit.
Nice.
They started back wearing this suit after the Challenger accident because they weren't wearing suits at that time. Not saying the suit will help you if the rocket explodes. Nothing's going to help you then. But in the case they lost cabin pressure or had some kind of emergency where they needed to bail out, or if they lose cabin pressure, the way I describe it to people, like in the airplane movies where stuff's blowing all around the plane, a hole got in the plane or something.
Yes.
So they lose cabin pressure inside the space shuttle. This suit would sense that change in cabin pressure, and it would automatically pressurize and keep them safe inside until they got down to a low enough altitude to bail out if they needed to. So that's what it is. It's like a little baby spaceship form.
Can I get that?
And it does it automatically. They don't have to do anything. It will sense. It has a dual suit controller. This little metal piece right here. Okay. That would sense the pressure change, and it would automatically pressurize. So they don't have to do anything. Everything's automatic.
I love
they wear the suit, like I said, for extra protection of extra safety. And so when they train, they get assigned to a mission about a year prior. They may have been an astronaut for 4 years, but they get assigned to a mission a year prior to they launch.
Wow.
And then they come see us and we do a fit check. And they come in and we already have their general sizes, like small, medium, large, extra, And so we'll have the general stuff laid out. And when they come in, we do our nipping and tucking and measuring and get everything just right. We walk them through and we train them, and because we're not going to be in space with them, right?
No.
So we train them on how to suit each other up and the proper way to stow it and everything, so they don't bang it up too much. Because this isn't just their suit. They might train in this suit one day, and then tomorrow another astronaut will have it on.
Oh, wait a minute. Pause.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. How do they clean that for somebody else to have to use that after them, though?
You invert it. You invert it inside out, and you have this spericide spray that you spray the whole inside of the suit down.
Wow.
You got to clean all those seals and everything. The helmet, you have to clean the inside of it. They have a communications cap that hooks to the helmet that they put on before they put on the helmet, right? And I'll go back to walking through the suit up, but all that stuff gets cleaned afterwards because it's not just for that. Nobody has just their equipment. It's
Okay.
turnaround. Because you think about the shuttle didn't fly every month or every, you know what I'm saying? Every few months you have a shuttle launch. So in between that time, you could have like 4 or 5 different crews training. People think after they launch, we're just sitting around. It's like, no, they're still training constantly, different crews. And like I said, may have this suit on one day, tomorrow, another person, it could be a man or a woman, could have the suit on. We have to turn it around and we have to let the lacing out. If we need to make the arms shorter or longer, we have to tighten it up and make it fit that next person. So they come and get a fit check, and then we get their general sizes. And like I said, nobody just has their stuff. It's everybody's, whoever needs that size.
So it's a one size fit all then?
No. It's not. It's small, medium, large, extra large.
Oh, okay.
And then you go from there, and there are lacing adjustments, which you'll see when you buy my book.
Explain
everything.
Yes.
Small lacing adjustments.
Saturday. Y'all hear that? Small Business Saturday.
Yeah. On Amazon, Suit Up for Lunch with Shay.
Right.
But it has lacing in the arms. Lacing in the arms, the waist.
No, that's right.
Yes, and the legs. And so, say May was she was a taller lady. So, but it was, and at the time it was only men's suits when she came in. So I had to put her in a larger suit to accommodate her swerves and curves. You know her.
Yeah, hey, she's a sister.
Because the men's suits are straight up and down; they're not made for curves.
Yeah.
And so I got her in there. I got her in a suit to fit her as good as possible, and they're not form fitting, mind you.
Okay.
They're not made to be, all stylish or anything. They're to protect them. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
So they get suited up. We have to lay the suit on the floor, invert the legs and the arms. And so it's kind of just lying there like a blob. Nothing cute about it. And people say, why do you have to lay it on the floor? It's like, because it's not a regular pants and top. The zipper starts at the very back of their neck. That's where the zipper starts. And it comes all the way around to the front crotch area. And you have to snap it. So they come in with their underwear and socks and their diaper on. And you probably say, why do they have to wear a diaper? Sharon?
I was just saying that, but I was going to let you finish. I was going to come back to why they got a diaper on. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, because they have to lie out on this launch pad about 3 hours before they launch.
Wow.
And once they get strapped in, and you think, they have all this equipment on, they can just get up and run to the restroom.
Wow.
And even if they could, they probably couldn't hold it in time to get the zipper off.
No, they didn't know that off.
So just wear your diaper to be safe.
Yes.
And so if they're lying there, like I tell the kids, they have to go number 1 and number 2. They got to use it do it in their diaper.
Oh.
So that's why. Then we have some people that choose not to wear it, and that's on them.
Wait.
Yeah.
This shit, you going too fast.
Okay, come on. What you got?
Wait. They have choices not to wear a diaper?
They have a choice. It's up to them. And some of the men are super macho, and they wouldn't. I had a couple that wouldn't wear it. They wouldn't wear it.
Wow.
And let me tell you, I would have some of them. We've been trained our whole life not to go on ourselves.
Yeah. Yes.
And now you got to do it. So I had a couple of crew members actually took diapers home, and they wore them. And I told them just lay in the bathtub and pretend they're laying in the shuttle.
Wow.
And use it. Squint, push, do what you got to do to get used to it.
Oh no, that's kind of awkward. Like, just
get used to it though. Like, put the diaper on, lie in your bathtub, pretend you're in the space shuttle. Those little things,
that we take advantage of, right?
Yeah.
Me as a person that has never, we didn't have to go through that, right? And you see that as a regular thing.
I even had to tape the diaper around some people because, like I said, they're lying on their back.
Yeah.
So if you're lying on your back and you do something, it could come out the top if it's not snug enough on you.
We don't want that.
No, we don't want that because it's gonna get in the suit, and that suit's gonna be ruined.
So speaking of the suits, what is
some smells you can't get out, and we have to take that whole bladder out. We have to take the whole inside of the suit out and put a whole new one in. So it pretty much be a brand new suit. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And then they eat breakfast, they drink coffee and stuff before they go. So anything can happen. Just the shaking from the right when you take off. Anything. Just wear the diaper to be safe.
Oh my goodness, that's so. So have you ever? So that shows me that you've had to go all the way to where they do the launch pad.
Yeah.
To actually, so you've had that experience of going all the way to the launch pad and doing like dotting your T's and dotting your I's and crossing your T's out there.
Yes, my team members. We actually, before when I first started, Lockheed had the strap-in portion of the mission. So we would suit them up and say wave by, and then they would take them and strap them in. A bunch of contractors. We were United Space Alliance, Lockheed, and then NASA.
Wow.
And so NASA and Lockheed would strap them in. They would pass it off. In the Air Force, I suited them up, strapped them in, did everything. You know, in the Air Force, in the military, you do everything.
You did everything.
You do one job. Yeah, you do it all. So I was shocked. I came and said, no, y'all just suit them up. I'm like, what?
Right. We paid for that service, child. Right? You ain't got to worry about that.
Look, I'm ready to do it all. And so, but later on, we did get the contract later on where our team would actually go out and strap them in as well. So yeah, we flew maybe about 3 miles from the pad.
Okay.
During launch. So we'd have to be standing by in case we had to go back and get them out the shuttle and bring them back and get them unsuited for something. Like they might scrub, have some kind of emergency or something. Or scrub mean cancel the launch.
Oh, wow.
And it could be something simple. Yeah, it was a pretty cool job. And I was there for 22 years. So, and I suited up a whole lot of astronauts, not just Dr. Jemison. A whole lot.
Come on, spill the beans. Like, people don't know who you are. So we want people to know that it's more than just the 4, hidden figures that you see on a movie. You actually made a difference in NASA. Like,
most definitely. Yes. We have to train the crew members on the proper way to don and to put on and take off. I was gonna say don and don.
I know what don is. Don and mask. Yep. Say your date of birth.
Yeah. So I know some people know, but I have to remember don't use acronyms and don't use. So I was a suit technician for 14 years. A suit technician, crew chief before I became. The last 8 years I was there, I was the manager of the department. As I mentioned earlier. And so as a suit technician, that was the best. But first, I'm going to go back to the Air Force.
Yeah.
The same suits. Suits. Because the Air Force, NASA got the suits from the Air Force.
Of course, you would think, right? Because they work hand in hand, right? In a way. Okay.
And so, same suits. And so I don't know if you're familiar with the SR-71 spy plane and the U-2 reconnaissance aircraft. Both of them were recon aircraft, so they would go out and they would take pictures of different stuff. And,
so you we got the original UFO person that can tell us about everything that could left, right. I'm like, ow, yes, Shay.
I'm tell you, I gotta kill you.
Like you know what? I'm going to talk to you offline, Miss Shay. Wait a minute. Oh my God, this is amazing because we don't hear about this too much, especially during Black History Month. So
that's when you hear about stuff.
You hear about stuff, right? And so I was so excited to hear and talk to you because I was like, wait a minute. First of all, that's why I think I was so nervous. I was like, wait a minute, I'm starstruck. Wait. And then I was like, wait a minute, I can't. I'm thinking 3 o'clock, and I was like 2. So with military, it's like, okay, we're gonna make it work. Okay, figure out.
There's no worries, girl.
We're gonna make it work. So, but then when I thought it's still in that same frame, I was thinking about you when the Macy's parade came on. I was talking
to you. Did you see that? It was there last time too. They had her cornrows. I was like,
okay. So I saw
and the Snoopy. And the Snoopy had on the suit.
Snoopy too, yes.
Yes.
So I saw all of that, but I was a little disappointed a little bit, but I guess they have to figure out the diversity of it all. Mm-hmm. But the individuals that were on the float kind of just took away the shine.
They should have had me on the float. Make it happen, girl.
Right, that's what I'm saying. This is like getting pressure. Okay. She's first of Black women.
Look, right? the only Black woman in that department.
See, that's what I'm saying.
And she went from the bottom all the way to the top.
In NASA, ma'am. Let's be clear. You can't get
Wait a minute. Without a what? A college degree.
Without a college degree. So that just shows y'all right here.
Yeah.
College ain't for everybody, but if it is for you, take it. If it's not, there's a trade. Go to the military, learn it.
Definitely. Military was the best thing I could have done. Oh my gosh, that was the best thing I could have done.
Oh my gosh, that is so amazing.
That's why I got all my training before that's how I got the job from my military training.
But it's cheaper too, though. Mm-hmm. It's free training. Yeah. A lot of the training now is trade and hands-on type of training, so it's not that you have to actually have that degree plan. You have to have that knowledge. And I think a lot of people kind of miss that part of having more knowledge. It's easier to train somebody that already has experience versus someone that has the knowledge because you still have to give them that hands-on training. Yeah. So I love how you were able to transition from the military because a lot of times it's not an easy task to transition. Exactly. So how was your experience transitioning from military to now?
Oh, I'm glad you asked because I was about to go into that. It was a struggle. Yeah. Because I was like one of the tops in my department, Physiological Support Division, PSD, excuse me, at Beale Air Force Base in California.
Okay.
I was definitely one of the top technicians.
Yes.
I know I was. And we also worked with the altitude chambers and the dive chambers. So the hypobaric and the hyperbaric chambers. That was my real career.
Okay.
But by being stationed at Beale, the suits were like a second duty, which was the fun part, which I was so glad they were there because the chambers were so boring. Oh my,
right.
Oh my God.
It sounds boring. Chambers.
Just saying it. Just, But the suits, the suits were so much fun.
Oh, I can hear it in your voice, the passion of it, though.
I got to travel, girl, look. Every 2 months I was gone traveling, TDY, temporary assignment.
Yes.
So I was in 7 years, but I was really at Beale 3.5 years because every 2 months I'll be going somewhere to support the missions. And I would stay 2 months at a time, come back to California, go somewhere 2 months at a time. So this is the whole time. I went in right out of high school. So I was 18 to 6 years old. Nice. So I was still young, not married yet, just living the life. No kids or anything. So I was loving it. And I'm from Moss Point, Mississippi.
Oh, I can still hear that accent in there now, Miss Shay.
Shout out my hometown.
Yeah. Oh, if y'all on here from Mississippi, she says hello. Yeah.
Class 82. What?
Oh, we dropping age 90.
Yes, 97. Class 82. 97.
Love it. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. Like,
so in the Air Force, girl, that was the best. I mean, because they show it to you, you learn it, it's in your head. You're not reading the procedure or anything, you just know it. And everything was on you. There was no quality inspector. There was no other person looking over your shoulder to buy stuff off after they trained you. Nice. It was all you. So I did everything from inspecting the parachute, the survival equipment. They had a seat kit, a survival kit that had all their survival equipment in it. I inspect all of that, including the suit and the helmet and stuff, of course. And then I would have to go load the aircraft. So I was 100 pounds wet, maybe, at that time. You know, I was a little bit now.
That's
this parachute and sea kit almost weighed much as me.
Hello.
I had to pick it up, go up this tall ladder to get into the aircraft cockpit, load the sea kit in, load the parachute in, then go back, suit up the crew member, test them out, make sure everything's good before I take them out to the plane, drive them out to the plane, walk them up the ladder, you get in, and I strap everything, hook everything up. Then we sit back and we wave by and we fly a couple hours. SR-71 or in the U2 would fly like about 8 hours, 8 to 9 hours.
Oh, wow.
So the SR fly about 2.5 hours and come back and we recover them. Just like the same thing I did with the space program. But anyway, so after I got out though, I'm thinking if I don't get out right now, I'm gonna force myself to stay 20 years because if I stay another term to 12, I'm gonna do that 20 and get that retirement, right? And I didn't want to put myself in that position because even if I would have been unhappy, I would have made myself stay to get that 20 years. Yeah, and so I decided to go ahead and get out and see what else is out there. And girl, I almost went back in because when I got out, I'm thinking I'm so awesome. I'm smart, sharp, know all this stuff. Nobody want to hire you. Girl. I couldn't get a job. I couldn't get a job. And I was in California, so it was expensive as all get out. So I'm sleeping on my friend's futon, Lisa. Hey, Lisa. I was sleeping on her futon for 6 months. And the futons are not comfortable.
No.
Okay, nobody would hire me full time. I didn't know where to go, what to do. So I just started putting in for everything. So I worked 3 jobs for 6 months. All 4 hours here, 3, 2. They wouldn't give you, like I said, no full time. So I had no benefits at all. No medical, dental, anything. So I worked in a warehouse putting price tags on clothes for part of the day. I would stock shelves at Office Depot for part of the day. And then at night, I would clean the office building.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, it didn't start off all easy. And even before high school and everything, I lost both my parents before I was 7. Wow. By the time I was 7, I had lost both my parents. So I tell people don't use things as crutches or excuses. It's always a way out. You have to be strong. Have that inner strength helps, of course. And I'm sure I had a lot of that. And I was a pretty smart kid, when I was little. So, we know right from wrong and all of that. Right. I chose to stay on the right path.
Right. You did that because I know they probably looking down saying, you did that.
Yeah.
Is this what you wanted to do when you first as a kid or no?
You good. I'm glad you asked that.
Hey, look, wait a minute, okay, wait a minute, hold on.
Say, this what you do, huh?
This is what I do. This is what I do, ladies and gentlemen. I prive, but I don't prive in a way that is so, yes, plug. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? It's Saturday, Small Business Day. Y'all better
That's
be
right.
out here.
Get that book.
Miss Shay, you need that book. She gonna give you that suit cut out. She gonna give you the cup. She giving you everything but the kitchen sink. Okay,
right.
That's going to come with her. Okay?
But no, I did not want to. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I thought I might be a kindergarten teacher or something to that effect. Because I was into my books. I was that little kid, you know. Mm-hmm. And I can't think of a better way to put it, but in my high school it was 80% black, 20% white. And so you got a smart classes, right?
You know what? That's kind of shocking though, because when you're thinking of the South, you're thinking more whites than blacks.
Yeah, but in my little hometown, it's mainly black.
Oh wow!
So
wow. Okay.
So being that way, and I don't want to offend nobody, but they say, "Oh, I was in the white classes." That's what they would say the smart classes were.
They still do that now, please.
Yeah. They would say that she in the white classes.
Because they feel like, I think it's an African American thing. I really do feel that that's the thing. It's like kids feel like they're pressure because, speaking, even when you're growing up and when I grew up, you're pressured to be like, I want to fit in, but I don't want them to know that I'm too smart, but I want them to know I'm smart enough that I don't have to be in this class with you type of thing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that's amazing to hear.
It worked out good though, because you focus more, because if all my friends were there, I'll probably be cutting up and acting up,
Yep, hello, because you're doing it right here with me. So, you wouldn't have been in the class with me, Miss Shay. Not at all, ma'am.
And so, and I do want to shout out a couple of my school teachers, because they really helped me get through some hard times. Yes. Second grade is when my mom got killed in a car accident, and that shook me to my core. I just shut down. I wasn't talking for a while. Mm-hmm. I wasn't that kid raising their hand in class anymore. And my whole demeanor had changed. And my teacher, Mrs. Carolyn Jennings,
nice,
still at home in Moss Point, she noticed a change in me, and she brought me out of it. She started paying more attention to me. She started, and in a small town, I'm sure she had heard my mom got killed,
Yeah.
And so gave me more cuddles and hugs and stuff, and just paid more attention to me. And then the teachers got excited when you got good grades. Yeah. So that kind of made me want to do it more for them instead of for myself, because they get excited when I get good grades, and I like the attention they were giving me when I got the good grades, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, and then so I came out of that, and I'm glad she helped get me back on the right path, because who knows, I could have become a statistic easily. In that frame of mind I was in, I didn't care. Yeah. I was just a little kid just lost. I didn't have my mom no more, and I was
Yeah.
And so anyway, I go on and I'm doing well in school. Okay. Get to high school. Around towards the end of 11th grade, beginning of 12th grade, I start getting jittery because I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't have money to go to college, right? Mm-hmm. And then another teacher steps in, Mrs. Shirley Owens. She's passed on, and she rested. Okay. This lady made me feel like I could do anything in the entire world.
That's good.
She gave me, I was already a pretty confident young lady, but she made me feel like I could just walk on water. I could become president. I really felt it when she would talk to me. That's how she was. She just really inspired me to really just try to be my best. And I already had felt like I was going to be leaving Moss Point, because I knew it had to be something else out there for me. Right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so she, just talking with her, always, my shoulders go back a little more, and I would always feel a little prouder and feel good about myself whenever I was in her class around her. She was just one of those kind of teachers. Had the voice. She was a drama teacher, so she had that voice.
Oh, yeah, she giving you everything.
Get everything. Just filled me up every time I was near her. Walking down the hall, I see her, I just feel better,
Yes.
Yes. She didn't have to say anything to me.
Yeah.
Because I know she just felt she wanted the best for me.
Yes.
And I'm sure she probably did that for all of the kids, but I felt like it was just me.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, she's yeah.
She made me feel that way though.
You do, and I'm glad you say that, because a lot of times kids or women, since we're speaking of women, it's hard to have someone that actually be another woman to push you or to help you get to that plateau. And you've had that starting when you were young. Unfortunately, the events occurred, but you had that still instilled in you. And you are like, I know that lady before, I know both teachers were super proud of you, even knowing what you were doing, what you came out to do after leaving your small town. So it's amazing to see how women can be very impactful, even starting at at a little age, you know?
Yep.
And I think nowadays it doesn't matter what age you kind of at, someone can be impactful in your life.
Say it. Yes,
I love
ma'am.
that. I
And
love
I'll talk
that.
about a couple other women that's after the space program. But
Yeah, go right ahead. We here for you.
But so after that, the high school, the Air Force recruiter came out and spoke to the high school in the auditorium to the seniors.
Okay.
And that light bulb went off, girl. I was like, that's what I'm gonna do right there.
It was
I
this
raised
one?
my hand. I was ready to sign up right then in the auditorium. He was like, no, it don't work like that.
Oh no. You done told all them kids your secrets, what you was about to go and do.
So he made it sound wonderful. He's like, oh, and you know the reason I went in? To go to college. For them to pay for my school.
Yeah, see?
Didn't take one class, not one. Kept saying, I'll go next semester.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a little 18-year-old girl out of Moss Point, Mississippi, a job where she's going, I was 18, and they sending me to Japan.
Now, and you ain't got to pay?
Working a couple of days a week, because they don't fly every day.
Who don't want that?
I'm like, and so I kept putting school off, because I'm like, shit, I'm living the dream. I'm having a ball. I'm going to Korea next time. I'm going to Greece next time. I'm going to England the next time. You know, and this is a rotation my whole time I was there. I was rotating in different countries.
Nice.
And so I just kept putting college off. You know how you feel like you got your whole life still. You can do it later. So I never took up one class, even though the Air Force would pay.
Yep.
Same here. The best job in the world.
Yeah, I feel you. I understand.
So I didn't take any classes, but my work ethic is like at 1,000 all the time. My character. Anybody that I've worked with or have befriended me and know me well, they know this, which leads me to how I got my job with the space program.
Okay, go right ahead.
My good friend from the Air Force, I didn't even know he had come out to Texas to work while I was cleaning the office building. Look,
we take whatever you do when you come out. I'm just saying.
So I'm like, but where? And you think about it, where else would you get a job with the experience I had? Because all I worked with was pressure suits my whole adult life.
Right.
Click.
But see, that's the thing. Before you go further, a lot of people don't understand that too, though. Like some people tell, like going into the military, you come out, you get a job. It's not that easy, people.
No, ma'am.
It's not. No matter how much they tell you, you can learn a career in the military and come out and transition. It is not that easy. It's not.
I'm just this close to going back in. I was about to sign that paper.
Me too.
I was like, this is ridiculous. I was used to the Air Force way of life, taking care of everything, not paying no room, no rent, no light,
everything. You ain't paying for nothing. You stayed in the barracks.
Yep, exactly. Had me a whole little apartment in the barracks. Girl, I wasn't going nowhere. And then I changed and decided I want to be grown and try to get out and see what's up.
Right. That's where you mess up at. You like
almost. He called me just in the nick of time. I promise. I was looking at them re-sign up papers, re-enlisted papers.
Then they hit you with a bonus. Okay.
Yeah. And so his name is Reulo Villalobos, my Peruvian buddy.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
He and I worked together a lot in the Air Force. It was called the O2 section where we did the components that go on the suit. We would test them and build them and stuff. But anyway, he was already out here working with the crew escape equipment department.
Okay.
So one of the other guys moved up to be with Lockheed. So they had an immediate opening.
Nice.
He calls me. I don't know. I don't know how Lobo found me. His nickname is Lobo.
Okay.
Anyway, that's before Google, Facebook, all that.
Yeah, all the internet.
No cell phones, none of that.
Yeah.
Lobo found me. I guess he found Lisa's name in the phone book. I don't know. But
the phone book.
And he called. And I'm like, hey, just, chatting. He's like, girl, they got an immediate open. Call right now. He gave me a number. And I'm still chatting. And he's like, call right now. I was like, okay. So he's already.
That's what he does for you. Right.
Yeah. He already done prepped them. So it wasn't even an interview. It was like a courtesy call.
Okay. Love that. Love it. Love it. Love it.
I'm like, what days like coming up? You ready? I'm like,
yeah.
Looking at the phone, Is that easy? What? And I've been struggling for 6 months.
Right. Where was you 6 months ago? But you had to get that other back. You needed to get that other.
Make me appreciate girl, what you had and what you about to go to. It makes you go, yes.
Yes.
That Air Force was looking like a big old juicy steak I'm about to go back to. I ain't lying. I was about to go back.
I feel you. You know, that's what I'm saying. I 100% understand.
So that's the easy breezy life right there. I was like, what have
That's-
I done?
Yeah, everybody talks to each other, and it's everything is so like your own family, and then you got to come out and build your go back to your regular family, but build people you go back to the places where you came from, and folks that have already went on and done more, or in my case, I know when I came back, I was like, okay, y'all out here in the government driving these nice cars, and I'm out here as a divorcee and a mother of two boys at the time. And so I had to end up staying at my mom's until I was able to get someone to be like, hey, look, put in an application. And it's not a job that I wanted to do because I came out of the military. I was in law enforcement. I was an MP. So I came out and I was doing federal police officer work. And I was like, this is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to sit behind the desk and be cute. I did my time,
Yeah.
But you have to take that opportunity where it comes in, and then you move forward from that and do more. So I love how you were able to have those people in your life to,
beyond measure. Yes.
Yeah.
There are people set in place all the time for me, and I don't want to take anything from my sister because she definitely helped make me the woman I am today. When I had to live with my older sister, even though I felt like a slave a lot of times.
As we tend to do.
I had a roof over my head and food in my belly, so
Look.
And speaking of that, I'm a contributing author to another book called Fearless Women Rock. And my chapter in that book is called "Does God Love Me?" That's what made me think about it. And so my chapter it's actually 12 stories. 12 different women write about something that they've overcome and how they got through it. And so that's called Fearless Women Rock, Volume 3. You can get that on Amazon as well. But if you're in the area, you can get it from me. And then you can get it autographed because I have copies at home.
Oh, yes. Okay, so you're going to definitely have to DM us so we can get all this information to put on here for YouTube and for Facebook. So everybody, that's what Women for the Culture is for. We're here to...
Yes. Feel it. Feel a little. Oh, speaking of...
What's that? Yes, I'm hitting figure. Get her stuff.
I could not believe it. Ta-da! Y'all are so awesome. Oh, my gosh. Let me read the card. I was so shocked. Nobody that's ever interviewed me has ever. Y'all make me feel so loved. I appreciate it.
You are loved.
And it says to our hidden figure, thank you for all you do with love, Women for the Culture. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Got me feeling like a celebrity in a green room waiting to be interviewed. When I saw that.
You are, ma'am. You are our celebrity, okay?
I was in shock because my husband's like, where did that fruit basket come from? I didn't even see it. It was in the kitchen. I'm like, oh no.
Nice. I'm glad you was home to get it.
My son was. I wasn't here. That's why I didn't even know it was in the kitchen.
Nice.
My son had set it on the countertop, and I opened up the car, and I was like, oh, they are too sweet. Thank you, guys.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you giving us the interview.
I feel it too. I really appreciate that. Yeah. Little things. You didn't have to do that, and I would have been fine. But the fact that y'all even thought, so thoughtful. Anyway.
You had to drop those, those secret in there. I was going to wait. I wasn't going to say nothing because if he didn't get there before I was interviewed, I was going to be like,
I mean, perfect timing, like an hour before the interview. Y'all.
Shout out to Edible Arrangements. Thank you.
Yes, they brought it in here.
Yes.
Look, I probably shouldn't have showed it because now everybody's going to be expecting that when you interview.
Oh, no. Everybody's going to hit a figure. Everybody's going to They make it something different from the...
Okay, but anyway,
love it. Oh,
you did ask me about and I told you I was thinking about being a kindergarten teacher, right? And I always tell people my path was so unconventional. It was such an unconventional path. I mean, I've kind of told you how I went through it, but there was never no moment when I was lying out in the yard looking up at the stars saying I want to work for NASA. There was never nothing like that. I never thought in a million years.
No, that's why I was like, well, wait a minute. What did you want to do? That's why I asked that question. Like, wait a minute, how did you go from doing that to that? Like that's
well,
huge.
in the military, we test before we go in the military, and they place you according to your aptitude test.
Yeah.
So the first job they offered me was air traffic controller, but I hadn't graduated high school yet. And see, back in that time, the air traffic controllers were on strike, so the military was trying to get them in and train them up. And another person that was put in place for me, my high school principal.
Nice.
She said, I think it was Dr. Burkett. I asked her, could I graduate early so I could go in? Because I was ready to leave. And she was like, no, because I don't want to set that precedence and have everybody thinking they can graduate. So if she would have let me graduate early, I'd have been an air traffic controller with that high stress job. Probably would have went crazy, you know, and I wouldn't have made history.
I know what God footsteps already was secured for you, ma'am.
So I heard what they say, rejection is redirection.
Hey, all the time.
That just redirected me to that new job with aerospace physiology.
You know what? I'm fanning over here.
Okay,
honey.
that's our testimony. It's a testimony. Testifying up in here.
Stop
Girl.
it.
So if she would have said yes, I'd have been a whole another path. I wouldn't be here talking to you right now.
Look at that woman for the culture. Y'all hear this?
Yes.
Look.
So I saw that somewhere. I don't know where it was, but when they said rejection is considered as a redirection, I was like, that's powerful. That's powerful.
Yes, that is deep.
That wasn't meant for you. It's just redirecting you to where you need to be.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yes.
Church is tomorrow, Miss Shay. Church is tomorrow.
Come on. Pass the plate.
Yeah. I love your energy is so phenomenal. Like I definitely appreciate talking to you.
I always tell people that I can only be me, and this is me.
You know, and that's it. That's it. And you are amazing. You are amazing. So should we start a petition to have when February comes to have you up there? Like, what's up?
Yes.
We about to start something.
Yes, get us started, girl. Come on. I need to be on the float. I need to be all of that.
You know what?
The parade marshal, at least on the float.
All that. And
Can I get my day? Can I get my own day?
Y'all know she in here in the books already. I'm just saying.
Girl, oh look. Speaking of that, they done messed around and gave me a Wikipedia page. I was like, what?
That's when you know you made it.
What?
That's when you know you made it.
Look, when I was little, we had, I think in our house, like 4 volumes of the encyclopedia. We didn't have all the alphabets. They were so tattered from me looking at them and stuff. So when I heard that just made my whole year. I'm in the online encyclopedia. Oh my God.
You weren't even here when, look, we was around when the internet was invented. That don't sound right.
Right?
Now you on the internet. What is going on?
Oh my God.
I love it. I love it.
And then I want to go back to the Hidden Figures though before
please.
When that movie came out in 2017, I thought it was a fictional movie. I had no idea there was real women, real careers. All of this is real history. It really happened. And of course, when I found out, I got mad. I was hot. I was like, I worked out there 22 years. Never heard a peep about any of these women. No plaques nowhere. No, not mentioned in a PowerPoint. Nothing. I never knew nothing about them.
Wow.
Nothing. I heard a book came out before the movie, of course, but I wasn't aware of the book either. So
wow.
I was like, you know how many young kids they could have inspired if we'd have known about these women playing such a major role in the space program. That is crazy. I just couldn't believe it wasn't true. So that's what inspired me to reach out and tell my story.
Yes.
I had no idea so many people didn't know because I wasn't hidden. I was in pictures with Dr. Demison, but I was invisible. I was hidden in plain sight. Right. And I'll tell people to go back and look at such picture and they'll be like, oh, that is you. I was invisible like this one right here.
Oh, wait, look at.
Yeah.
See this?
And look, it's actually got my name on my suit.
Wow.
On my suit right there.
Look at that.
Right here. So it's like I wasn't hidden.
That.
You know?
Let me put that back on. Let me snap that. Let me snapshot
I can send it to you. Do I have it straight?
Okay, I got a snapshot. I can't believe it. That's for me. That's for me. I'm a group.
Yeah. I'm like, I was not hidden. I was there. I was there. Suiting her up March morning. That's the most, I guess, famous picture where I'm kind of bending over, fixing something on her suit, and she's smiling up at the camera.
I saw
that. That's me.
You know what?
Yes. And look at the earrings when you get a moment. Go to that picture and look at the earrings.
You know what?
I know you want to pull it up right now, don't you?
I do, but I'm gonna wait until this interview is over.
Look at the earrings. I was representing women for the color.
Yes.
Because you know it was just electric in that room that morning, girl. I was just so excited And so I wouldn't even think about making the historical aspect of it. I was just so proud. I felt like she was my sister for real.
Yes.
Be ready to go in space and make history. And I'm thinking about my own little history that was happening. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah.
And I was just so proud. And it's a funny story about when she first got assigned. In our department, our supervisor comes out and he writes the names of the astronauts for the crew. Her mission was STS-47. And of course, I had already heard the first sister was going to be going to space. So I was just waiting for when it got put on the board. Yeah. And so he started writing the names on the board. And as soon as he wrote Dr. Jemison's name, which was one of the last names, because she was an MS, I think she was MS4, if I remember right. Mission specialist. Okay. Did I disappear? I'm still there?
Yeah, you're still here.
Here we go. And so he wrote her name up there. And mind you, I've only been there 1 year at this time. So I'm still brand new. I took the pen out of his hand and I wrote my name right by her name. I signed myself to her.
Hello?
I said, I will be taking care of the first Black woman going in space. I'm the only Black woman in here. And I wanted to make sure that she didn't have to worry about any little things that may happen with somebody else. Not saying that they would have, but you never know. Ooh. So she worried about that suit was going to be the last thing she had to worry about during her training, because I was going to make sure everything was perfect.
That is amazing.
And she had one of the best. So I didn't want her to have that. I'm sure she had all other kind of worries, being the first Black woman in pretty much a white male dominated
field. Yep.
And I'm sure she was probably getting little stuff, little whispers and things. But
of course.
Right here though, but she knew when she come put that suit on and that helmet and them gloves and that communication cap, she didn't have to worry about none of that, because it's been taken care of by one of the best.
Yeah, hello.
And so by the people being lined up in my life like that, if I wouldn't have gotten out the service when I did, I wouldn't have been there to make history. Yeah. If I didn't get there in 1990 to start the process, if I'd have got there in 91, they wouldn't have assigned me to that mission, because I would have been too new to that process, right? Even though I knew what to do, I still wasn't up on their policies and procedures yet.
Yeah.
And by me getting there in 1990, her getting assigned in 91, and then she launched in 92, it was just lined up for me to be a part of that history. It was meant to be.
I love it.
And of course, I assigned myself.
But see, if you didn't sign yourself, you didn't have that aggression with you to be like, I'm going to be there to help her and put her through what she need to get through as another Black woman, it wouldn't happen.
For the culture. Like
oh my gosh.
Yes. And I look, and after I did it, I was like, I'm gonna get fired. I just took the pen out my supervisor's hand.
You knew they weren't gonna do that. They knew better.
He just laughed at me. He was just like, Lord. And they kind of already knew. Y'all know Sharon wants to be the first Black woman, please.
Right. You know how that goes.
Most definitely. Yeah.
Like me and her must too. Like what? Oh, it only makes sense. Oh my God!
I wanted to make sure I took care of our first sister to go up in space.
Look, and you did, because now I'm about to see you on the Wikipedia for real now. Like, let me go and check this out. You know what? I'm so proud of you. Okay, so let me give you a couple more things before we wrap up, because I can talk to you for a long
Girl, I can too. That's why I tell people to put up a little 5-minute sign or something, because I'll be up there just rambling.
Look, we'll be rambling together, okay? And then the PR be like, so
hello, next.
Okay. So look, so about STEM, how do you feel now that they're actually pushing STEM for kids and let alone women too, like more into the STEM program?
I love it. And that girls aren't afraid, because you like you mentioned, you alluded to earlier about being scared to be the smart one and stuff. Yeah. And thinking the boys might not think you're cute, because like you can be cute and smart. Don't get it twisted. You can be both. Hello? You can be cute and smart.
Look, if I had an hour left to prepare, I would have had, a little something extra.
No, I'm just saying, they always think about, you're a little nerd.
You look a certain way.
With the little broken glasses with the tape and all, that old, like, no, baby.
Yeah.
Sisters are doing it, and we be doing it fashionably and stylishly.
I love
with it. With a different hair. Come right up in there and suit her up. I think I had my little French roll back then. That was 1992.
Yeah, that's when them scrunchies was popping.
And so I suited her up that morning with my little normal hairdo, looking a little professional,
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad that it's pushed, because I don't think that acronym was even around back then when I was in school. STEM,
it wasn't around when I was in school either. It was 97 and it wasn't around.
Oh yeah, I'm into STEM. Yeah.
Yeah. Like what's STEM?
right? But I love it. I really do, because
Good.
kids don't realize everything you do every day is somehow connected to STEM. I like to use the example of cooking. You helping your mom cook. You're measuring things.
Mm-hmm.
That's math.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're gonna go cut something and make some little arts and crafts.
Mm-hmm.
That's STEM too. I
Yeah.
mean, every little you don't think, if you really think about it, pretty much everything somehow STEM is touching it. Not
Mm-hmm.
saying you have to be like, once again, a rocket scientist or anything,
Yeah.
but even lower levels of STEM can make you more interested in becoming, moving up a level. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that they're pushing for young ladies,
Mm-hmm.
especially young Black girls, because we definitely get lost in the shuffle, because you have the white males and the Black man, I mean, and the white women and the Black man, then it's the Black women.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah.
That's how it is. So by them pushing it and making the girls realize it's cool to be smart, you're awesome. Don't worry. Making them let them know feel comfortable being smart and speaking up in classes and things. Like I say, if I wouldn't have spoke up,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have been a part of that historical moment. Maybe.
Right.
I don't know if you would have assigned me or not.
Right.
But I've always been and like I say, my personality, I guess, makes it doesn't seem as bad when I do little stuff like that.
Yeah.
I took the 10 and
Yeah. They
I
already
had been
know
there
what
a
they
year, so they
were
were kind of
doing.
used to me, and
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, but you do have to speak up, because after I noticed our department had never been that diverse. So when I became manager, that was one of the first things I did. I brought some minorities into that department, because it was mainly white men.
Of course.
And I understand that. Like when I first got there, it was just starting up pretty good. It had been going on not too long. That department, and it was only one woman there. It was a white woman, and it was about, I want to say, about 7 white guys, and then my buddy Lobo.
Lobo, shout out again.
Yeah, that's my boy. That's my boy. And so as we went on, we had a couple of other brothers come from the Air Force, because they kind of started. They were recruiting, because that's the same job, same thing.
Yeah.
Bring them in already trained. And what I found out when I got there is, I came in there with 7.5 years experience almost. And they still started me at the bottom like I was brand new. But I didn't realize that. I just wanted a job. After I found out about the ranking, she went up in the office. She went up in the office, right?
Yeah, that was it. That was it. Yeah.
Because I did that, I was able to make it where the next people that came from the Air Force, they started at the mid level and not the bottom. So you have to say something, and like I said, you can be respectful. You don't have to be, mean, going and kick the door down, shouting and screaming, because more than likely you're not going to get anything that way.
Yep.
Just go in there, have your ducks in a row, and explain it to them. We did this every day for 7 years, and then the other guys that came, they retired, so they have been doing it for 20 years or more.
Yeah.
So we do this every day. The space shuttle flies every now and then. We did this every day. It's in our blood.
Yeah, training. That's all you do. Eat, sleep, and drink it.
Yeah, they flew multiple flights every day in the Air Force. We sitting around here, I was working circles around them people, because that's what we did in the Air Force.
Every day.
Everything. You didn't do one piece and one part.
No, every day you train, ma'am.
Everything. And so when I got there, and I got dumber I'm going to be honest, when I came to work the space program, I got dumber. Yeah. Because everything was like, you have to read every procedure, read every policy. Something's broken that you can fix in 2 seconds, you can't fix it. You got to stop. They have to write a discrepancy report on it. Then the engineer has to look at it and come down and talk to you about it. And you tell him how to fix it so he can write it on the paper so you can fix it. Oh, wow. I was so through. So the culture from the Air Force to here, I got so done.
Oh,
I started relying on the procedures to tell it. I knew all those torques in the back of my head.
Yeah.
Torque this screw to 8 pounds. Torque this screw to 2 pounds. Yeah, I just knew it. And I got here, girl, got done.
Yeah.
So I was relying on reading it now. I mean, some of it stuck, but I did get dumber. I'm just being straight up, because it was totally different. It was a totally different world than being in the Air Force, where you just knew your stuff and you did it. And you know. So that was a big change for me. I mean, I had a hard time, because I was like, look, I know how to fix that. It don't take but 5 minutes. You can't do that here.
Right. And I know a lot of them probably wanted to do the same as you were doing, right? But then figured out
they were used to this, and it's like they kind of liked hitting on brakes and waiting a day for somebody to tell you something what you already know how to do.
Yeah.
I'm like I said, they're going to come down and ask you how to fix it, and then they're going to write it on the paper and make it official.
could be doing your job, right? Okay.
Exactly. Just because they got a degree to be an engineer. But I'm like,
yeah,
you need to come down and talk to the folks that do it. And that's what they started doing. So
right.
even new procedures and stuff that came out, I had a big hand in updating those and making sure they were correct. Because they'd have you doing stuff out of order, making it work smarter, not harder. You know?
Say it again.
So, yes. It was a lot of that going on with with my department. I'm not gonna say the space program, but it got better. It got better. But I was just ready. I was ready to. Oh, I'm sorry, that was the Air Force. I was ready to go. But I still go by NASA and try to swipe my badge and get in. They won't let me in.
They're like, Miss Shay, you already did your.
You are not here anymore, woman.
You made your mark, ma'am. Okay.
Right, keep it moving.
Like, does she know that she can go home? Okay.
Right. But my husband still works out there.
Nice. So let me swipe away. Get out of the way. Oh, just open the gate. Open the gate. Love it.
Like, let me go try this other gate. No, what did I say? Blow on it.
Right. Swipe it again and put it back. No, it ain't working. They done deactivated your card. You know what?
Ma'am, call security.
Right. Then your husband coming out. Oh Lord, you done.
It's my wife trying to get in again.
Right. Oh my gosh, I love speaking to you. What is okay? So you got to give me some of your books. So tell me some of your books before I let you go.
So Suit Up for Launch with Shay
Mm-hmm.
is my children's book, and it is so adorable, y'all. Y'all have to get it.
Okay.
And it'll walk you through about the suit. There's a couple of pictures.
That's cool.
But what it is, the premise of it is a little girl wakes up and wants to play dress up, and so her mom, she decides she wants to dress up as an astronaut, and so her mom said, "Well, you gotta learn all about the suit first. We're not just playing dress up. You gotta know about that suit." So she kind of walks it through in a child way, you know, where children can understand. And adults can like it too. I've had several adults who are like, I didn't know that. I'm like, wow, you know. Right. So it's really cute, and it's $15 on Amazon. Nice. And then the other book, where is it? Oh, here we go. Is the one I mentioned earlier about the 12 different authors called Courageous Women. Yeah, Fearless Women Rock, Courageous Women Finding Strength During the Storm. It's also on Amazon, but if you're in the Houston area, hit me up because I have copies for sale, and like I said, I can autograph it as well. Ooh. So they're $20 on Amazon. And I'll have them for $20 as well. So this was great. I met a lot of amazing women, and what they say, be glad we don't look like what we've been through, because there's some powerful stories in this book, not just mine. There's some amazing women. Yeah.
I love that.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So Miss Shay, okay, so give us like one quote that Women for the Culture can resonate with before we let you go.
Oh, I wish I could memorize. Let me see if I got it on my phone. It's one quote I love.
Wait a minute,
you see if I saved it. Because I love you mess it up trying to remember it. I don't want to mess it up. Let me see if I saved it on my phone. If not, I'll just give you something from me. Okay. I love this one so much, though. That's why I wanted to give it.
No, it's okay.
Where is it? And I think it's from Maya Angelou, if I remember right. Okay, I don't know who wrote this one, but this is a good one too.
Okay, be listening.
Don't walk through the world looking for evidence that you don't belong, because you will always find it.
You know what?
Don't walk through the world.
See, you want to make me cry. Go ahead.
I know. That's why I saved. That's something I see good ones. I save them. Don't walk through the world looking for evidence that you're not enough, because you will always find it. Our worth and our belonging are not negotiated with other people. We carry those inside of our hearts. And I save it on my phone for real. Look.
I love it.
And I go back and I read it every now and then. Yeah.
That's a good one. That's really good.
Like I said, if you look for it, you're going to find it. If you think you're not this or that, you're going to find it, because that's what you're looking for. That's what you believe about yourself. Wow. And I was there as a child for a little bit, because like I told you, I didn't think God loved me. I thought he was punishing me. I wasn't good enough. Why is he taking everybody from my life that I love, Mm-hmm. And so eventually, like I say, when I got older, I understood that, yes, he does love me. He put a roof over my head, food in my belly, got me from point A to point B. And I had 2 amazing careers. I mean, I've had those 2 jobs besides the little jobs during those 6 months. Air Force, space program. Yep.
I love it.
So I'm very blessed and fortunate, and I can't really complain. And I don't want kids to use, like I mentioned earlier, use excuses. Oh, I lost my mom or dad. So did I. Oh, I can't afford to go to college. Neither could I.
Mhm.
You gotta have it. You gotta have it in you. You gotta have it in you. You can't
Yeah.
depend on an adult to give it to you. Your mom and dad to give it to you. It's got to be within you to want
Yes.
to do something with your life. And just doing the right thing. It's so much easier to do the right thing. I don't know. I just don't understand why people do the wrong thing
Like this
all the time and expect different results. Right? Do the
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
thing. Do the right thing.
Yeah.
And I know sometimes it seems like things aren't happening as quick as they should or as quick as you
Mhm.
want them to, but you just
Mhm.
got to wait. Don't worry about what somebody over there is making. And that's the other thing. People always worrying about what somebody else is doing or they're making more than me or whatever. Don't worry about it. You stay right here. You need to focus
Mhm.
right here.
Mhm.
Because you're going to go crazy worrying about what other people. Oh my God. I used
Yeah.
to just get drained listening to people always talking about somebody else. I
Yeah.
was like, I looked in the mirror though. Maybe think it might be you that's causing you
Mhm.
not to get anywhere.
Mhm.
It might be
Right.
you.
Sometimes we do that, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes we do that, but sometimes it be the other folks, and sometimes you just gotta be like, you know what? I'll just go ahead and let them just do them.
That's
That's it.
it. That's it. You can't worry about it because you can't change nothing about that. What is that?
Mhm.
That one quote that I always use. Give you the serenity to accept the thing that you cannot change. And
Oh yeah,
that one.
yeah. Is
Stay in
that
your
in my back
lane.
pocket?
It's short. Stay in your lane. Stop worrying about other people.
Stay in your. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna close out on that, Miss Shay. I'm staying in my lane. Okay, and when
Yes, girl.
we loved speaking to you. You give me goosebumps today. Okay, I was not waiting for that. Okay, definitely dealing from me coming in with the
Right?
structure.
And it worked all out. It worked itself out.
Oh, it was
Yes,
a
ma'am.
joy and a blessing to speak to you.
Thank you so much.
I can't wait to keep watching and see what's next. I got
Yeah.
you on my my IG now, so now I'll be following.
Oh, good. I'm
Yeah,
gonna come follow
Sincerely
you.
BB. You'll see Sincerely BB. That's me.
Yes, I love
And I'm
that
like,
name too.
oh, yeah.
Sincerely BB.
I'm like, Miss
Yeah, girl. Yes. Yes.
oh
Modern day hidden
my
figure.
gosh. Out Hidden Figure. Love
Yes.
it. We're gonna put that petition in. Y'all hear that? Start
Put
the
it in.
petition. We're gonna get
Put it-
Miss Sharon McDougle on Black History Month.
Thank you. Make it happen.
We will. A
Have a
pleasure.
great weekend.
Bye.
Bye.